What's up, party people? So good to be here on a Wednesday evening. It's Winning Wednesday. Super, super, super duper excited to be here with you all on a Winning Wednesday. So as you're logging on, let me know what city, what state, and or what country you might be logging in from. All right. 1 second. All right. What city, what state, what country you might be logging in from? Hello. We got a hot topic for you today. We got a hot topic for you today. So we are live on Instagram. We are live. Let me see. We're live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. All right. And this is also being recorded. So we're very excited to be here with you all. And we have a very, very, very hot topic that we're going to talk about today. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Charlotte, North Carolina. But we have a very, very hot topic that we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to tell you guys something. This topic is very near and dear to my heart. And I'm going to show you why. And let me see. Let me find. Shucks. Okay, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm trying to get myself together. I have to learn this tech, right? This tech. So let me show you all why. I don't know if you all can see that. I believe you can, right? And so this topic is very near and dear to my heart because this was me. This is my story. And I want to talk about the pain of obesity. I want to talk about the emotional trauma of obesity. I want to talk about, and many, many, many years ago, I actually wrote a book that I actually need to redo again. And, people have been telling me a lot going into this year that I need to rewrite my book. And many years ago, this is the only copy that I have left because we had a fire that burned all my books, right? And so it's definitely time to revamp this book. But the title of the book is The Weights That Bind Us: One Woman's Journey to Spiritual, Emotional, and Physical Health. And when I think about the girl in this book, right, that was me. I can't even, if you've never been heavy before, then you don't understand the pain behind weight loss. If you've never been heavy before, and if you've never been heavy before, then you really don't understand. And you think that people just overeat. But there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. And so you might want to tag and share and let some people know that might be struggling when it comes to their weight. But I'm going to bring on a young lady, and we're going to talk about weight loss, and we're going to talk about some things that we have to help you finally beat the battle of the bulge, right? Because weight loss is not easy. It's really it's not easy, but it can be easier, right? And I looked up some things as I was looking up the emotional trauma behind obesity, and I found some very, very interesting things. Doing my research, I found some very, very, very interesting things doing my research. So one of the things that you've got to know and understand about obesity, and y'all might want to tag and share, right? Tag and share so that people can hear this information. Besides the physical consequences of obesity has negative psychological effects. I want y'all to know that I didn't really understand that, but listen, y'all saw here's the deal. I keep my before and afters right here with me as well, right? I'm gonna say that again. Besides the physical consequences, have y'all tagged some people? Tag 10 people. Besides the physical consequences, obesity has negative psychological effects, thereby lowering human life quality. This is not my words. I did research. Okay. Now, major psychological consequences of this disorder include, I want y'all to hear me, y'all, include depression, impaired body image, low self-esteem, eating disorders rather, stress, and a poor quality of life, which are correlated with age and gender. Y'all, I did my research before we came to have this live. I'm trying to help somebody because I know the pain that I experienced with the obesity, with the emotional trauma through obesity. All right. I know what I experienced. Okay. And so I am here to tell you, you might want to tag and share, right? Tag, what's up, Tracy Hooks? What's up, Miss Pat Jones? Y'all want to tag and share. Okay. So listen, let me tell you, the research says those who have a larger body size may have a risk of developing a mental health condition, largely due to the negative effects of weight, stigma, and discrimination. You can protect yourself from the stress associated with weight by eating foods that nourish your body, blah, 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 right? If you're struggling with a mental health condition or body image, reach out to a professional, of course, right? Now, if you live in a larger body, you likely know that your weight and mental health can be related. Now, here's what's so crazy. And I mean, we can beg to differ, right? We can agree to disagree or not. What's so crazy is in church, nobody talks about obesity in church. This is when everybody gonna hang. I know this is when everybody gonna hang up. I know that this is when everybody's gonna hang up. Nobody's gonna share this live. No, this is where, but I'm a bishop's daughter. I grew up in church, and we don't talk about why we don't talk about this in church. We don't talk about obesity. We don't talk about our health. We don't talk about our size. They go to the buffets late at night, eat 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, eating full-blown meals. We don't talk about this in the church. Maybe I need to tag and share to my own people. Maybe I need to tag and share to my own people. Maybe I need to tag and share to my own people because this is good stuff. All right, this is really, really, really good stuff. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. Let me turn this volume down, and I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. I need to tag and share this to my own peoples because y'all, I am telling you, I did the research. And I want you to know that because I did this research, I am now seeing that mental health plays a huge part in our wellness journey. Okay, so I'm tagging and I'm sharing too to make sure we get some people on here because guess what? I did the research for you so you don't have to do it. Okay, I did the research for you so you don't have to do it. And I'm gonna tag some people so that y'all can share this live. Now, how does obesity, we should talk about this in church, but we don't. How can obesity affect my mental health? Obesity and mental health. Who would have ever thought, right? Several research studies have found that body size may be linked to mood and anxiety disorders. Uh-oh. This means that if you have a larger body size, you fit a wide range of body sizes, or fat passengers encounter difficulty fitting into an airline seat and face the risk of being denied flights due to body size, getting on rides, all kinds of things, right? We don't talk about it. What mental health conditions are linked to obesity? Obesity is associated with a higher risk of having certain mental health disorders, including anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and eating disorders. Often this relationship is due to the effects of weight discrimination. So anxiety, depression, major depression. Listen to this. Studies on the relationship between depression and weight have found that in some cases, having a higher weight. In some cases, having depression may lead to having a higher weight. In addition, many medications to treat depression contribute to weight gain or insulin sensitivity. Y'all, that can increase your risk for developing conditions like diabetes, and restrictive diets that lead to extreme calorie deficits likely to contribute to binge eating behavior, depression symptoms, and even suicidal ideation. So now Lacey Ann, she's one of my guests on here, and as I'm thinking Robin Owens, as I'm thinking Gladiola, as I'm thinking about the Walker Foundation family, as I'm thinking about the emotions that I used to have, and people don't believe me, Tracy Hooks, when I used to say that I didn't want to live, that I had thoughts, that I had some pastors laugh and ridicule me when I was overweight. Oh no, they didn't. You know what? I don't like that. Okay, that's what they're saying on Instagram. And here's the deal. When I was 300 pounds, y'all, there were times that I didn't want to live. And now I'm understanding. I didn't quite understand. But literally, restrictive diets that lead to extreme calorie deficits likely contribute to binge eating behavior, depression symptoms, and suicidal ideation. I'm trying to help you. And if you've never been heavy like I was, then you'll never understand what it feels like to feel discriminated against, to have anxiety disorders, to have depression, to have suicidal ideation, that there's bipolar disorders that arise from depression, eating disorders. You won't even understand it if you've never been overweight. Y'all need to share this with 10 people. Seriously, share this with 10 people. So now I get to bring my guest to the line. She's all the way in Jamaica. Y'all know I love me some Jamaica, right? And I am just so grateful that she saw me online. She's watched my results from a long, long, long time ago. And she's watched the fact that I have been able to keep the weight off. And so today we're talking about the emotional trauma behind obesity, the pain associated with wanting to lose that weight. And we just read that all of these things that can arise, mental health conditions, are linked to obesity. Mental health conditions are linked to obesity. Studies prove it. So obesity is associated with a higher risk of having certain mental health disorders, including anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and eating disorders. And often this relationship is due to the effects of weight discrimination, but depression symptoms and suicidal ideation. Y'all need to tag 10 people and get some people on here to hear this. All right? Because we're trying to save some people. Now, my guest that's getting ready to come onto the line all the way from Jamaica was struggling with losing weight. She wasn't feeling good about herself. And I don't care what anybody says. You know, so many times we try to act like, hold on, y'all, because there's somebody that's messaging me. I'm going to go ahead and send them this so they can watch it. We try to act like we're okay, right? And we say things like, I love being a big girl. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And just because we dress it well or we cover it up, no. Nobody wants to be a big girl, all right? Nobody wants to be heavy. It's not thick. We lie to ourselves and we tell ourselves these things. And my guest, Lacey Ann, out of Jamaica, was sick and tired of having that weight on her. She's lost some weight before, had a new baby, could not lose this weight, because we know that as we get older, it gets tougher. And so y'all, welcome all the way from Jamaica, Lacey.
Hi.
How are you?
I am doing good.
Oh, hold
Just
on, because
happy
I
to be
want to go
here.
to your picture. I want to go to your picture. Let me, y'all know I'm not, I'm trying to be a little techie. Can y'all see that picture? I had to go to your picture.
Like, I don't know
Like,
how I ended up
what?
that way.
Say it again. Say it again.
I don't know how I ended up that way. I keep asking, oh my gosh, like I remember when I actually put the pictures together, I went to my husband and I'm like, this is how I looked. Like, are you serious? You didn't even say anything. Like, he's like, you
Wow.
just had a bit. I'm like, but this doesn't look good. It was like every time I look at it, I'm like, how did you even let that happen?
But you're smaller than that now.
Oh,
You're even smaller than in the red shirt now.
yes,
Yeah, because
yes.
I looked at you this weekend when we were working out, and you're
Oh,
smaller
oh
than
yes.
that
Oh yes.
now. And
I
so I'm glad, Lacey. I'm glad you said yes to doing this interview. How long have you been on these products, and what is your current weight loss as of right now?
So I would say I've been on the products November, but officially in December because I
Right.
had around 1 or 2 packs of the drink to shrink. But really, December was when I started my journey, and that's when things just started to change.
So basically 60 days.
Correct.
60 days. Now, I'm going to ask you a question because we get a lot of people that purchase our products,
Yes.
Lacey. They buy them. I mean,
Yes.
I before I lost my weight, I had every company's weight loss products in my cabinet, right? Everybody's. We always buy them. And then
Yes.
what people will do is they'll take the products for a couple of days, maybe
Mm-hmm.
a week, and then they stop and then they say that the products didn't work.
Yes, we want rapid results. But to be honest, uh, for what I can say, I do distribute them, but not because I distribute them because they're, for example, November. Remember, I say I actually started December, so I wasn't consistent in November, but my weight loss started. My weight loss, I was actually dropping pounds, and I because that's what keeps you motivated. If it wasn't working, I wouldn't even look for December. So I wasn't taking them consistently because I didn't have that much, because it takes some time to get to Jamaica.
Right.
So December is when I really started, but even without taking them as you should, they work. They just work.
They were
That's all I
still
can
working.
say.
Right.
And high blood pressure was a challenge for me as well. And well, I had to get off the medication because my pressure was going too low. So I had
Wow.
to get off because it was normalized. And so I still take it from time to time, all normal. I like to say young girl pressure I have now. So I have young girl pressure.
Young girl pressure. Ah! Wow. And let me say this, we do not claim to cure
No.
any diseases or mitigate any diseases. This is simply her testimony, and she is allowed to share her
Yes.
testimony about how her pressure is regulated now because of these products. Now, let me talk about that a little bit. You had some drink to shrink, and then you ordered more products, but drink to shrink is our like foundation. Like,
Yes.
people always say to me, Lacey, well, am I gonna have to poop? I mean, that has to come out of your gut. Like,
Yes.
y'all, stop it
Yes.
already. This will not keep you clinging to a toilet, but it is
No.
going to be a much
Definitely not.
more thorough cleansing, and
Yes.
every journey that you are on has to start with the
With
detox.
correct. I
Okay.
agree. Totally agree.
9 powerful
Totally
herbs:
agree.
persimmon leaf, malva leaves, marshmallow leaves, blessed thistle, holy thistle, chamomile, papaya, ginger, and myrrh. Drink to shrink cleanses your upper and your lower intestines, your liver, your kidney, your colon, and your lungs, and even the largest organ of your body, which happens to be your
Your
skin.
skin.
Your brain, the brain fogginess goes
Yes.
away. Your energy begins to go up. And
Yes.
although the average person will lose 5 pounds in 5 days or more, what I
Mm-hmm.
love about it is that it's not just weight loss that matters, but waste loss
Correct.
matters
Because
also.
a lot of persons will ask me as well if they can take it while they're on their period. And for me and some of my clients that have been exposed, it actually makes it easier. So I don't experience that much cramping, and I don't have the bloating, and I don't like, for me, whenever I'm on my cycle, it's almost like I'm pregnant. So I have all these cravings. have that. And I
Wow.
remember specifically this girl, like she told me like, Lacey, once it's my time, I can't come out of the house because she is on the toilet, she's vomiting, and she's like, this is the first time she's literally been outside on her cycle. So it's really more than weight loss.
Wow.
Definitely.
Wow. So what's so crazy is, like I said, even our 9-year-old daughter drinks this, and we love the fact that this is going to make 1 gallon. The gallon
Mhm.
is going to last 1 week. You only need 1 pack. It's going to
Yes.
make that gallon, and it's going to work. And you know what I really, really love? I was talking to a friend of mine. He, before using our drink to shrink, and we're going to talk about our candy,
Mhm.
because I actually sent him an entire kit of the candy and the drink to shrink because I wanted to make him a believer.
Yeah.
He was, his insurance at the time was paying for these pills that are weight loss pills because he didn't want the shots. And his insurance, because it's moving state by state now. I don't know
Mhm.
if y'all know this, but state by state now, some of the insurance companies are starting to not pay for the weight loss medications, the pills, the shots, and things like that. And so some people are not a candidate for the shots, and some insurances now are not paying for it. So when he went to the doctor, he found out that he's down 10 pounds from our products, and the doctor gave him the script to go and get more pills. He didn't even tell the doctor, I'm not even using the pills, right? So when he went to the pharmacy, he realized that that's when he found out that the pharmacy no longer, the insurance will no longer pay for the pills
Wow.
that the doctor had prescribed. But guess how much the pills are? Take a guess how much a 30-day supply of the pills are.
300, 200,
$1,000.
1,000
$1,000
US
for those
dollars.
pills.
That is, guys.
1,000 USD.
Wow.
1,000. And he said, Nina, he said, you got to go help the people. This is what he told me right before I was a little late getting on here with you because I was on the phone with him. And then, and then Stanisha called me. But he said, you need to go help the people, Nina. He said, because
Wow.
I had the candy, like I got your candy. He said, that's 10%. 10% of the
Man.
cost of what people would spend for their medications. And he was
Yes,
like, I don't even know what kind of side effects those medications have.
exactly. And that is, I always, like, for me, what I tell people, you see, go to doctors, yes, but don't just depend on the doctors. Because for me, after having my second child, and they said, oh, you have high blood pressure, obviously I was overweight, but not one doctor said to me, hey, you need to lose some weight or try to eat healthy or try to work out. They were just like, listen, okay, you're gonna take this. And I'm like, and I'm literally, and I went to several doctors, and I was waiting on somebody to say, hey, you still need to do this. Nobody said
No.
anything. And if I didn't have the knowledge to say, listen, because I'm not about living on medication. I'm not that girl. And most Jamaicans wanna deal with medication.
Right. They always tell me they don't want to use medication.
So for me, I'm like, listen, I need to make a change. And after my mom passed, like, the words that kept me was because she said, Lacey, take care of yourself and don't let this happen to you, because she died because of illness. And literally, that is what keeps me going. That's
You
literally
can bring
what
the
keeps me
baby up
going.
there. She wanna sit in your lap. It's okay.
Yes, yes.
She like, Mom, there you go. You wanted to see what we were doing? Wow. Wow. So we got, wow. So Lacey, I want to say this because you started off with the drink to shrink and our epic capsule system, right? The 3 capsule system. But I want to go back to what we were talking about, right? I
Mhm.
want to put this picture up because when I started the live, I was talking about obesity and the emotional state of what obesity does,
Yes.
how it makes you feel. So besides the physical consequences of obesity, right? Obesity has negative psychological effects,
Oh, yes, it does.
right? And the studies, the research is showing that it has negative psychological effects, thereby lowering human life quality. Major psychological consequences of this disorder include depression, impaired body watch. And here's the deal. I'm gonna just mute my sister so I can read this. Here's what people don't understand. That's not just for women. That's men too. And men don't want to talk about it, but I already know what happens when a man's belly's hanging over his belt line. All right. And if a man is on high blood pressure meds, we already know some of the effects of those medications as well. Okay. So, and we're not here to shame you, we're here to help you. All right. We want to help you, men, because we want you to understand why this is important for you as well. All right. So, includes depression, impaired body image, low self esteem, eating disorders, stress and poor quality of life, and suicidal ideation, which is what I was struggling with. And I didn't even understand it at that point. So, Lacey, I want you to talk about, we're going to talk about these 3 capsules. I'm going to mute you now, right? We got
Yes.
to look, baby, calm down a little bit. And we got to start with this one right here,
The
because these
green
are
one.
called the experience. These are
Yes.
the experience, but we got to talk about this green one right here.
Yes.
Talk about it, Lacey. Tell everybody, because you had to drink the shrimp.
Now, listen. First of all, after having a baby and then being that obese, like energy, it just doesn't exist. And I have a very active 3-year-old. Might add, and I realized that she's very active and she's running, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep up with her. I remember there was one time she was running in the supermarket, and they were like, she's running. I'm like, when she comes around, because I can't catch her.
Right.
And I realized it's always been a dream of mine that once my child is participating in sport, I want to be that mom that is on the field saying, run my girl. And that dream was literally dwindling in front of my eyes because I started to get sluggish. Now, for those who know, back in high school, I danced, and my name was Energy. So I'm like, girl, so
Wow.
your name is Energy. I know you can't even, like, you can't do anything. I don't want to get up in the mornings. I'm not sleeping properly. And I was just about to say mental clarity when I remember I was saying to my sister just yesterday, I realized that my memory, it's almost like it was going. And it's something I didn't want to talk about or admit because mommy's memory was going. And I'm like, is the same thing happening to me? And when I say memory, I mean I couldn't remember yesterday. I could barely remember what happened the day before. And since I started the green capsule, oh my goodness. Not on, and it's not that energy where you feel hyperactive, but you just feel like, listen, I can go the extra mile. I can go all out. You know, like you're running a marathon, you're like, listen, I have the energy to finish.
Right.
And then the mental clarity, like, you want to get something done, take it before it. It helps you to focus. I wake up and it's almost like, I don't even, it's like I'm just at my peak. I feel like I'm always at my best. Like, you feel unstoppable. I'm trying to describe. You
No,
have
I
this
get it. You feel
confidence.
like a superhero.
Yes,
It's
like
like, that's
Wonder
the only
Woman.
way
You
that
know,
I
I
can
like to say I'm
explain it.
Wonder Woman.
Right. This is literally the for real experience, and you feel like a superhero. Here's the thing,
Listen.
Crystal and Carla. We all know that the secret ingredient. Well, let me explain. Let me really explain. And I actually always I have a printout of all of the ingredients right here. Right. And I make it big so I can see it real big when I'm doing my lives and things like that. Right.
That's a good
So
idea.
here's the deal. This one little capsule, and although this is an experience, you need all 3. This is a
Three.
system, and systems, you guys, are meant to work together. We do not want you tearing these apart. All right. So in the morning, or if you work at night, then of course you would not take this in the morning. You would take this before you go to work. All right. You just reverse the usage. We take this in the morning. We do purple and white at night. Now let me explain this capsule right here, which is called Elevate. This is one of the 3 capsule system called the experience. All right. Elevate has 4.5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Here's what's so crazy: spinach, broccoli, carrots, tomatoes, beets, shiitake mushrooms, apples,
Mushroom.
cranberries, cherries, orange, blueberry, and strawberry, all in this one
Yes.
capsule. But then it also has adaptogen super blend. So this is a super blend. It is a whole food superfood. So what
Yes.
I love about Elevate though here is that some people are like, well, I don't want to take all those capsules. I don't want to take, oh, guess what? Elevate actually comes in
Yes.
powder
Yes.
to liquid form. So you can have capsule or powder to liquid to start your day. So I drink my multivitamin, all right, because that's what this is to me. It is a vitamin for my body and a vitamin for my brain. Hello, somebody, right? But let's talk about the adaptogen super blend. What makes this a whole food? The reishi mushroom extract, the chaga extract, cordyceps
Mm.
extract, and rhodiola rosea extract. The rhodiola rosea, believe it
Rhodiola.
or not, is nootropics. All right. That's what
Yes.
our nootropics are, which is the brain food. It's literally the
Brain food.
multivitamin for your brain.
And
So
it's
listen to this.
high in vitamin B.
I ain't even get there yet, but hold on. We gonna go there, right? Now I want to talk about the bioavailability of the booster blend of the vitamins, which is why we don't need another vitamin. We literally can take this one. We
Yes.
don't we don't need any other thing because this has 50% of vitamin A, C, D, E, K1, 50% of vitamin B7 and B9. Then we've got 150% of vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6. Then we got 100% B5. I didn't even know there was a B5 or a B3 or a B6, 7, right? Or whatever. And 2000%. Let me say it again. I need y'all to put it in the chat. 2000% B12. We
Mm-hmm.
still don't get that, like, it's not that like of energy. It's
Yes.
this all day. Like you could think straight, you can work, you can get stuff done.
That
When
is
I
right.
take my elevate in the mornings, literally I feel like I can conquer the world.
World.
The
Amen.
world. Even when I just like don't want to get up. I like, there's
Yes.
just those days that I'm like, ah,
Yes.
but I
And
feel like,
I
yes,
was concerned about it because of the blood pressure, but I don't know. And I said I'll have to look up all the ingredients in it. But it's since honestly, it's since I started the three capsule system where the blood pressure was just like bam
you know
and
why, right? Chaga,
phenomenal. Oh,
chaga.
I didn't
There's
even remember the chaga
chaga
was
in
in
here,
there.
chaga. And then you're drinking the drink to shrink as well. All those
Yes.
9 herbs. And I want to remind you all that Lacey Ann is in Jamaica. All right. She's getting our products. Now, here's the deal. We're going to be very, very honest because I don't believe in lying, right? You got to understand if you are in Jamaica, your products will take a little longer. Okay. So she does have a US shipping address. It goes to that address first. So what you have to do if you're in Jamaica is you get with Lacey, right? You join on her team because she can get the products, with you. You'll sign up. She'll show you how to sign up. If you're in Jamaica and you want to get healthier, you want to help other people get healthier, maybe you even want to make some money, right? But she's going to show you how to get the products. I would just suggest you keep the products coming. Don't just order one time a month, order 2 or 3 times a month so that you have products in rotation. All right. Products in rotation because you do see these results. Okay. I'm going to remove the results for a minute. So I'm not finished though. Y'all, I'm not finished talking about the Elevate. Okay. I know y'all thinking like this is a lot for this one capsule. Yes, it is. Now, aside from the whole food super blend, the booster blend, the fruits and vegetables, the one thing that we got to talk about is the clarity blend. All right.
Mhm.
Why do we have so much mental clarity and focus? Why is in mental health? We already just read about how important mental health is to obesity. All right.
Mhm.
And depression,
Yes.
suicidal ideologies. I right. And all
Oh,
of that
yes.
ideation. So The Clarity Blend, guarana seed extract, Bacopa, Monieri, theanine, caffeine, green coffee bean extract. So it's a very natural kind of caffeine, not the kind that spikes you like in Red Bull. It's not that. It's not that kind of caffeine. It's a different kind of caffeine. All right. And from the leaf, right? From the leaf, that's what it's from. The yerba mate extract, yohimbine, HCI, thiamine, niacinamide, calcium, pantothenate, riboflavin, B12, methycobalamine, right? All of that, which is why I am telling you that this is a multivitamin for your body and a multivitamin for your brain.
Yes, absolutely. Totally agree. Especially as a mother, you have several things going off in your head at once. Listen, at the end of the day, simple, it works. Get you some. It works.
Now the cousins, because I like to call these the cousins to elevate,
Yes.
right? This is our accelerate, restore, and our accelerate sleep. Now, here's the deal, and I hate to sound graphic, but we get paid off poop. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it. Here's what I notice. If I go I'm very regular, right? I don't know if I was always regular, and I don't have a gallbladder now, so I'm even the more regular, right? The food doesn't go through the gallbladder to process and stuff like that. But I love that we have enzymes to help me with digestion and heartburn and acid reflux and stuff like that. However, when you use the accelerate restore,
Are gonna go
you're in the morning,
in
because
the
you do
morning.
take these at night. When you go in the morning or when I come back from the gym, normally for me, it's like when I come back from the gym. When you go, it is way more thorough. You
Yes,
can't even imagine that like I'm regular, right? So how is that still like inside of me? Because
exactly.
this is pulling all of the stuff literally from your intestines. It's pulling all that
Mhm.
gunk out, and literally you start to realize that there's a lot of gunk that's like stuck to
That's
the
yes.
walls of your
We
intestines and things like that, you guys, which is so important, which is
cleaning
why
out.
people feel sluggish.
Yes.
It's why you feel sluggish, because
So
all of it is
true.
weighting you down.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
this,
wasn't regular, but with that purple capsule, I know that once I take it tonight, I'm gonna go tomorrow. And I absolutely love that. And you feel the difference.
you
You
feel it.
feel the difference.
You feel it.
You
This
are
is
letting go weight and waste. Because
did
the
y'all
waste adds weight.
did y'all hear what she said? And it causes things like your skin looks bad.
And
You start aging. That glow is
yeah.
gone. Your energy
Oh
is
yes, I call it
low.
my Jesus glow.
You got the glow. The glow is coming back. So this is a microbiome. It is a pro and a prebiotic, which is very important when we are detoxing. Very, very important, you guys, to balance your body's good and bad bacteria. But listen,
Oh my gosh. That's
the
for me, I call the entire thing the Justice League. I'm like, this is the Calvary because it's an entire it's an entire system. Like that white capsule, talk about relaxing, talk about like I was even saying it to my husband the other day because I don't even remember what he was antsy about. And I'm like, I'm just calm. And I'm like, I didn't even say nothing. I was just calm. But that sleep, though, can we talk about the sleep? Like, I dream. I dream and I can remember my dream, but I'm just in this sleep. Like, if anybody knows me, sleep is something that they're like, Lacey, you don't sleep. You don't sleep. Like, what's wrong with you? What did sleep do to you? No, I sleep and you know that I slept. Like I wake up refreshed, I'm
refresh.
rested. You can get up and go to the bathroom and you're just because like when you get up and go to the bathroom and then you're like, Lord God, my sleep interrupt. It's interrupt. Nope. I'm going straight back to sleep and it's better than sleeping like a baby. I always say you're sleeping like a husband because the
That's
baby
right.
keeps crying and they're not moving. Like I am at peace with that white. That
You
is
are
why it's
sleeping
in white.
like a husband, like a hibernating bear. I'm telling you,
Yes.
but you're not groggy when you wake up. And
No.
even if you don't have a lot of sleep, you feel like you had
You
a
still
lot of
feel rested.
hours rest, very rested, which
Yes.
is why people are having such good results, because
Mhm.
your body is going into that fat burning mode. And when
Yes.
your body is actually resting, then you can
You
lose
can.
weight because
Amen.
your
Because
body
without
has.
sleep, a lot of persons don't know that without sleep, you don't lose weight as you should. If you're not sleeping, you're actually putting your body under stress. You're telling your body it's gonna release cortisol, and that's gonna add to belly fat. So one way to combat the bulge and get rid of belly fat, you need to sleep. So that means you need that white capsule. Okay?
What part of Jamaica are you in?
Yep.
What part of
I'm
Jamaica are you in?
Kingston and St. Andrew.
You're in Kingston. I went to Kingston. I did some meetings in Kingston.
You did.
Yeah, when we were launching another company, and I went 3 times through that whole
Oh,
summer. From May, I went May, July, and then again back in August as we were
wow.
launching them. We invested a lot of money into Jamaica, and so I'm just glad to see that you're really running with the products and having results.
Oh,
So
yes.
recently, now here's the deal, y'all. I want y'all to hear this.
Star
Lacey
girl.
Ann started in November, but she didn't
Mhm.
really start in November, right? She got really started in December, got
Yes.
serious in December. And y'all, let me remind you about these results. And she's actually smaller than that on the red. We got to redo this picture, okay?
Yes.
Because she's actually smaller than that in that red. I saw you working out on Saturday, and I said, "Oh, wait a
Saturday.
minute, you are way smaller than that, like way smaller than the picture in the red." And
Yes.
so, um, I don't know. We had to send you something, and we sent you we
Or
sent
you
you
had
some
to send me the drink to
stuff.
shrink, and you surprised
You
me.
said no.
Really was an indeed surprise, a sweet treat.
Now you said I'm gonna let you tell the people.
Yes.
Yes, it is enriched.
So
I'm gonna let you tell the people what happened when you started eating the candy. Go ahead and tell
yes. So when I started taking the candy, I realized that the pounds were actually dropping more. So the scale was moving more. Before it wasn't moving as much. I was losing, but when I added this, the scale started going down, and I was super happy about that, because if you're watching me on my journey, you know that I want to hit 175 pounds. So this is key. The next thing I realized about this is that it does suppress my appetite. Like, that is a big deal, because everybody knows, say, auntie will say Lacey will eat off everything off her plate, and I will. I do. So so one this like I remember one day I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't eat anything because my appetite was that suppressed. But let me tell you, especially with Christians, we have made food an idol. And because it's not that it suppresses my appetite alone, I'm satisfied. And because I'm satisfied, I'm not thinking about food all day. Like, I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much time. I can think about things because I'm not thinking about food. Before, I was like, what I need to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then the in between with snacks. And you're also thinking about what your child is going to eat. Because this suppressed my appetite, I'm not thinking 24/7 about food. The weight is going off. And what in Jamaica, once we eat, we're always like, oh, I feel for something sweet. We want something sweet after. And because of
Hold
this,
on, that's in the States too. We just want you to know that's not just in Jamaica. Go ahead, go
well,
ahead.
this
Right.
definitely helps with that sweet tooth or that sweet craving that we have. And then I find that I no longer am craving sweets. I'm no longer feeling for chocolate and the cakes and all of that. This, it gets the job done at the end of the day. And it's so funny because I prayed before I partnered with you, Nina. I was praying and I was praying, and I'm, Lord, you got to send me a sign. And one thing I can say I love about this company is that the products work. And as a woman of God, I don't need to question my credibility or integrity. I can stand by them. I can swear by them to say, listen, these products work. And hey, my results prove it. My results prove it. And I'm now in a position where I can start creating generational health for my family. My mom did not have that opportunity to do that, but she left me with the lesson and the mission. And now I am so laser focused that my children, they must, apart from knowing God, they must develop healthy habits. I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, diabetes run in my family, oh, thyroid issues run in my family. It's not going to be that way. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I'm loving the fact that I can take you on that journey and you're seeing the transformation with so many people. Because when we say our health is our wealth, it truly is your wealth. Because nothing matters when your heart stops. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank if your heart stops. It doesn't matter about your job tomorrow when your heart stops. I learned that you have to take care of yourself or else someone is going to take care of you.
Or not.
Period. Or not. Because
Or
they may
not.
not even have the chance because you just go like that. And
Right.
high blood pressure, by the way, it's the number one risk factor for like so many diseases. It's the number one risk factor for the number one killer, which is heart disease. Let me say that. So high blood pressure, it's a big deal, and not just a big deal. The issue with high blood pressure is that your pressure can be elevated and you have no knowledge. It's one of the reasons why it's called the silent killer. Because you, by the time you say, oh, I feel a certain way, boom, that's it. And some people don't feel a certain way. And we're having an issue now because our food has changed drastically. In Jamaica, a 9-year-old girl just collapsed suddenly. Where do you find a 9-year-old just collapsing? It's because our food has changed. And that's why it's so important now, even more so than yesterday, for us to pay more attention to our health. And living healthy is godly.
You're right. You're right. Like you've dropped so many gems on here. That so let me ask you a question because people don't realize that's only 60-day results. Literally. That's
Right.
only 60-day results.
Only
And
60
what I
days.
find is that um so many people want to quit when they don't see overnight results. And most times, if people just keep going, it's like being 3 feet
Yes.
from gold.
Mhm.
You're right there, and and I get people that when people will ask me all the time. Well, I mean, am I gonna have to use this for the rest of my life?
Well, my answer to that,
Go ahead and tell them.
my answer to that is we take in toxins daily. So should you detox daily? Should you take in toxins daily is my question back to you. Because the deodorants that we're using, the cleaning products that we're using in Jamaica, the bus and the car them we pass, you're getting exhaust. The exhaust, the fumes, that is toxic. The food that you're eating is toxic. So, yes, you should be detoxing every day. And it's herbal. It's 9 herbs and it contains no laxatives. There's no sugar. There's no caffeine. So you don't have to worry about anything added. It's almost like drinking tea every morning.
Right,
That's
right.
it, period. The next thing is uh I'm gonna speak to Christians now. The next thing is with the church. They don't talk about fitness first of all, but you taking care of yourself is stewardship. It's putting yourself in position to be fit for the purpose that God has called you to. Listen, my mother was strong Christian woman. But when she was ill, she could not fast. She could not pray. And she had a beautiful voice, but she could not sing. And at one point, she didn't even recognize her daughter. So I'm saying to you, as a Christian especially, if you are sick, what purpose are you going to serve to the kingdom? What good do you do? Weak bodies don't win spiritual battles. And if I knew now what I knew then, my mommy would be alive. And that is that hurt me. And apart from, it was a season, Nina, of just I understand why God allowed it, but it's a season of challenges because 10 days after my mom passed, my dad was hospitalized. And it
Wow.
was like I was reliving the whole thing again. But I didn't get the mission until about 6 months after when you kept on doing your lives. And I'm like, there it is. That's my mission, which is why I said what broke my heart aligned my vision. but we have to take care of ourselves as Christians. We don't realize as Christians that the enemy, he does attack your health, because you being sick is your first step to death. He doesn't want you to build a kingdom. And if you're so busy having to go to appointments, filling doctor's appointments, filling prescriptions, then honey, you ain't got time to say you're going to build a kingdom. You don't have time for that. You can't minister well. And then I always say a scripture that sticks with me is the one that says that your light should shine so that whoever is out there, they should see your good deeds, your good works, and it should bring glory to God. And I always say, but if I'm sick and unhealthy and this big belly over me and I'm not pregnant, then how am I representing the kingdom? And why would anybody want what I have? What? Because because the clothes, especially with high waist clothes, you can pull it all the way up and it covers the bulge, but you know the truth. We know the truth. And it wasn't comfortable for me. I'm always looking for something high waist. I'm like, it's not going to fit right. And you can adjust it so you look a certain way.
Wow.
Which is why being overweight really has a lot of mental issues. And you create yourself. We try to tell ourselves, oh, I'm fluffy. In Jamaica, we say fluffy. And you say, oh, you're fat.
No. I used to say fluffy. I used to say I was fluffy. I used to say I was fat. P-H-A-T. Fat.
Yes, P-H-A-T. There's even a brand.
Thick. And I would say that I was thick. But no, I wasn't fluffy. I wasn't fat. And I wasn't thick. I was fat with an F-A-T.
Yes, call it what it is.
T. And granted, yeah, anointed, powerful, the whole nine. My body did not give God glory. It didn't, and I just want us as believers now, just like you said a couple of boulders here when you said what broke your heart when your mom passed and went on to be with with the Lord, also aligned your vision. The thing that broke your heart is the thing that aligned your vision, and you promised your mother that you were going to get your health intact so that you also didn't go down that road of poor health, and you want to be there for your children. How old are you, Lacey?
I'm 33, December past. Yeah.
Young, y'all. She's 33. 33. And then you said weak bodies don't win spiritual battles.
They don't. Period.
Well, the first battle you can't win. You can't with a weak body. If you got a weak body, you got a weak mind. If you got a weak mind, you cannot even win the battle of your own mind. So when we talk about the research that I've done that literally says major depression is a mood disorder that involves sadness, loss of interest in activities and hobbies, or negative feelings about oneself, increased appetite, and weight gain are common symptoms of depression.
It is, because when mommy passed, I had to resist not eating, because eating, it's comfort. We try to cover things up with food.
But listen to this.
Food is not the enemy. As you said, it's your mind.
It is. So studies on the relationship between depression and weight have found that in some cases, having depression may lead to having a higher weight. In addition, many medications to treat depression contribute to weight gain or insulin insensitivity that can increase your risk for developing conditions like diabetes. And restrictive diets that lead to extreme calories deficits likely contribute to the binge eating behavior, depression symptoms, and suicidal ideation. I am trying to tell you all that is why we're like literally on the bandwagon about these three right here. This system, you got to get it. This system. And then you got to start with their detox. And then this can't, like, listen, y'all, you heard what my friend said, Mr. Precise. He said, Nina, the pharmacy was trying to charge me $1,000 for the weight loss medication.
Wow.
$1,000. He said, now I could have paid it. He said, but I was like, wait a minute. I got my sister's candy. I done lost 10 pounds already on the product. And here's the deal. With ingredients that are all natural, Hello,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like African bush mango, which is an herb. Like cissus, grape plant extract, which is also an herb. Like GBB, which is also an herb. So this candy is clinically proven to help you lose 28 pounds in 10
In
weeks
10
time.
weeks.
Lacey Ann, how much are you down? And you didn't
I'm,
start the candy until a week ago. So
yes.
how much weight have you lost?
I've lost 21 pounds since I last weighed on Monday.
8 weeks.
21. And I can't believe that's 20. To be honest, though, I was 265 pounds when I started. So I've lost it around 59 pounds. But I didn't announce my journey until November, and then I started in December. So it's really 59 pounds down. So that before. Oh my god, that
So you
before.
were 265 in the
Yes.
tie-dye shirt. And how
Mm-hmm.
tall are you? How tall are you?
About 5'4".
So we're about the same height. I'm like 5'3 1/4. So we're about the same height. She's 5'4 at 265. I was 5'3 at 300 pounds.
Yeah, it's not cute. Mhm. And you know what I don't like about being overweight too? People tend to they identify you as fat. So for example, I would dance and they didn't say, "Oh, she can dance really well." They'll say, "Oh, for a fat girl."
She could dance for a big girl. Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
say.
Or you dress well for a big girl. Or you cute. What does that even mean? And I didn't like that. Like I hit myself in dancing, but I even know I'm like, so can I dance or not? So it's so funny, but the way we hide ourselves in our weight sometimes, and we
Mm,
and
mm,
where
mm.
people identify you with it. It's not who you are. It's really who you are, and that's one of the reasons why you got to get your health together, because you were created in God's image. So if people are going to identify you by what you look like, that's
Right.
it. Am I going to want what you have? Am I going to want to be a part of the kingdom based on what you're showing me? Because remember, you're the only Jesus that some people will ever see.
Right. So
That you're the
listen,
only they'll ever come to know.
if people are watching this on your Facebook, I want them to order from you. I only put my website up there because I had some people on Instagram that are asking me, how can I order? How can I order? And I thought that I was putting it because I keep clicking back and forth to Instagram. And I thought that I was putting my website on there on Instagram, but it's just not showing in the chat. So I put it across the screen. If you're a friend of mine and you're watching this, you can go to that link and you can purchase, right? Or I got something. I got a real dope promo for my people. But listen, if you're a friend of Lacey Ann's, go to her website. If you're in Jamaica and you desire to use these products, you have to get in her inbox because there's a special way that she goes about making sure that you guys can get these
I
products.
placed my
Okay.
WhatsApp number there.
Right. All right. So she's gonna put her WhatsApp number on her Facebook page, and you guys are gonna make sure that you somebody is trying to get you. So listen, we're gonna let her go. You guys, we're gonna let Lacey. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your journey. All right. Listen, y'all, I can't make this up. Right. We got real people with real live stories that are winning and having success with products that are high quality, that literally have high impact. All right. High quality, high impact. They offer immediate gratification, you guys, and they are literally fair and reasonable pricing. And so I don't know about you all, but there's somebody that's listening right now that's looking for another alternative, right? I don't know about you all, but tonight, Paul and I have a promo until midnight because normally, let me tell y'all something, and don't you say that that's a lot, because I'm watching people pay $300 to $1,000 for weight loss pills and weight loss shots and all kinds of stuff. Normally, one bag is $100, but until midnight, Paul and I are doing. You get a month supply of drink to shrink, which is 4 bags, and you're gonna get 2 bags of our candy for $100 plus shipping until midnight. Literally, we taking a loss on this. And we're even allowing you to flex pay or split pay option your order. All right. So if you want, now what we're also doing is for the first 5 people who place their order with us, we're also going to throw in 2 packs of the Epic Capsule System that you heard us talk about this evening on this live, the experience, right? We're going to give you 2 of these so that you can jumpstart your journey, right? You can jumpstart your journey and get your way on to wellness. 1 bag is normally $100. We're telling you, and it's not, this is a half a month supply. 2 bags is a 1 month supply, and 4 packs of our Drink to Shrink is a 1 month supply. And tonight, until midnight, you are able to get a 1 month supply, right, of our candy. I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. Candy and Drink to Shrink for, what's up, Keyvet? For $100. Listen, y'all, for $100, and that is plus shipping. All right. So you already know when you look in the mirror that you got to do something, right? We're not here to shame you. We're here to help you. And the thing is, I know text, what am I text CC sale to, all right. I already know that that a lot of people are like struggling because weight loss used to be so hard. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to do this by yourself, and it doesn't have to be hard. So until midnight, listen, if you missed the number on here to text, then what you do is you go to my stories, because I put a post up in my stories. All right. Until midnight, you can get yourself, it'll be $100 plus your shipping, which is $110 if you text CC sale to that number right there. All right. Listen, be prepared to order, and you can flex pay. If you need a flex pay option, let us know. We've already explained the products here, right? So what you're going to do is you will get a video that will explain how to use the products once you use them. All right. Now, listen, here's the deal. That's right. It's going to be over at midnight. Not only are you going to get your month supply of candy and your month supply of Drink to Shrink, we're also going to send you 2 packs of our Epic Capsule System, the 6 days. And I promise you that in your first week, you will see a significant difference from utilizing our system. All right. So I can't make this up, you guys. The experience is where it's at. And there are so many people that are having so many results because of this affordable system. Now, if you want to purchase a full month supply of the candy, Drink to Shrink, and the capsules, we can show you how to do that as well. All right. We can show you how to do it as a preferred customer, and or we could show you how to do it as a distributor if you want to add. Listen, all you got to do is get like 3 of your friends to do it with you, and then you'll get your stuff for free. All right. And I can show you how to do that as well. So that's my time, you guys. I'm getting ready to go. We're giving you enough information to make a very educated decision. And maybe I need to remind you all. Let me go back, because maybe I need to remind you all what I used to look like. Okay. Maybe I need to remind you all what I need to look like, what I used to look like. And you see where I'm at now, right? And at 51, I feel the best I've ever felt, right? I feel healthier. I'm certainly happier, right? And because you learned tonight what weight gain and obesity does for our mental status, right? Our mental wellness. That is why this little green capsule is so important. And so if you're wondering, well, is this going to mess with me? I have sweet blood. No, because there's an ingredient in this that actually helps to stabilize your insulin levels, blocks that sugar from turning into fat, stabilizes your blood pressure levels, you guys, suppresses the appetite, burns up to 600 calories per hour, and is a fat burner, speeds your metabolism, but also builds muscle. Nobody has this but us. All right. So get back to the person who may have invited you to look at this information. Do not text me if someone else invited you to look at this information. I'm the messenger. All right. But if you're my friend, then you want to definitely make sure that you message me. If you're Paul and I's friend, message us so that we can get your order placed now. All right, you guys, good night and God bless you.